on this computer. Yay. Okay. Welcome to Art 116. As people arrive this morning, I'm going to be just finishing up my own little second Triad project today. So we've got something to talk about here. Of course, I'm using glue sticks and little stones to like hold this curvy stuff down. Because, when you put paint on something and then um, try to I don't know, glue it down, all the edges want to curl up and stuff. So I have to kind of hold it down with stones of some kind. And so I happen to have these little things in the studio that I can use, which you guys are going to get mad at me for because you don't have them and you can't use them. But I've got them. And as long as I'm here all by myself in the bloody art studio, I'm going to use them. So that's good. Welcome to Art 116 in the morning. Um, I'm just trying to figure out how to get my little elements glued down here as we are welcoming people into the classroom this morning on a beautiful Wednesday morning. Are you guys feeling the beauty of this Wednesday morning this morning? So this project wasn't necessarily supposed to be something that had an image to it, and yet I went ahead and found my way into an image where I'm actually making something recognizable. So I just wanted to let you know that all of these projects don't necessarily have to be abstract. If you can figure out a way to make an image, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and make my flower plant into a flower plant by taking the plant and the flower. And these things are, of course, just kind of abstract shapes that are, biomorphic shapes that sort of do the biomorphic thing. And I got to glue that stuff all down so that it stays there. And where am I going to put my bird? It is 1 minute after 9 o'clock. So you guys are here. So that's good. I'm going to move this over and change my camera and do the talking head thing and wish you a good morning. Good morning, you guys. Putting the glue stick away and saying good morning to everybody. I have an agenda this morning. I wrote down some stuff. So let's take attendance and see who's here. Oh, come on, 9 o'clock. I got the 4 people who are always here first thing in the morning at 9 o'clock. You guys must be the A team, right? Because you are always here bright and early with bells on, ready to rock. And that's very cool. So morning section, I got Emily. Good morning, Emily. And Jordan. Good morning, Jordan. And Kelsey is here. Good morning. And finally, Riley. Okay. So, I have some housekeeping to do today. Today I wanted to do a screen share for anybody who's able to do a screen share of the Triad project that we're working on. So if you're working with a 3-color Triad project, either a what I would call an orthodox Triad, created by putting a equilateral triangle over the top of your color wheel and finding the colors at the 3 corners of your equilateral triangle. Oops, you know what? I got to make an equilateral triangle that is not the same color white. That's one way to do it. Otherwise, split complement is the way to come up with one. And the one that I was gluing up just before we got going here is a split complement, where I took orange and then went over to its complementary color blue and split off to the 2 adjacent colors, blue violet and blue green, and that was my color triad based on a split complement. So we're going to talk about that stuff today. If you've got one, that'd be fantastic. Adriel just walked in the door, So we welcome Adrielle, and I give her some points for being here. Before we get going with that, though, so that gives you guys some time to open up a document and be able to share it today if you got something to share. I've got another thing. We're going to do the midterm quiz today. And so I have created a midterm quiz and I've uploaded it to coursework, and it is open only today, and it must be completed by midnight tonight. So it's 20 questions, multiple choice. You guys can log in to do it anytime you want to throughout the day, whenever you've got time. And if you need some time to prep beforehand, take half an hour to prep beforehand, and then just go ahead and take the quiz, and that'd be fantastic. So the midterm quiz is in coursework, and it's only available today. Okay, and finally, I've got this little thing to share with you guys. Screen share. Let's see. Would it be over here? I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm screen sharing, and I got to move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to come out of this just to ask. I guess I can see you guys. Can you see this Invent Oregon flyer that I've got here? I'm asking the question. If any of you guys can see it, just unmute your mic and say, yes, we can see it. And that would help me out quite a bit, because it's my first screen share of the day. So I don't know if it's working.
I can see it.
I can see it. Yay. And I can hear you. That's fantastic. Okay. So the physics teacher, Aaron Coiner, asked me to ask all of us on campus to share this with our students. He would like students to get involved in this Invent Oregon project. If you have, something that you would like to invent, if you have an idea for an invention, to be able to enter this little contest here. And so he's doing the South Coast Innovation Challenge 2021. And so student teams of 2 or more can design a physical prototype of a new invention to address a pressing problem in society. Students in all disciplines are encouraged to apply, so that includes art and design. Applications are due February 26th, and he wants to do a campus showcase here at the SWAC campus, tentatively scheduled for April 8th. So that gets us well into the spring term. And then there's a place to apply at the, his physics website at SWAC at socc.edu. So what is Invent Oregon? Well, it's a collegiate challenge for college and university innovators and entrepreneurs with ideas for inventions addressing today's most pressing problems. Through the Invent Oregon program, students received up to $2,500 in development grants to take their invention from idea to a working prototype. At the Invent Oregon Finals, students present their innovation prototype and compete for cash prizes of up to $30,000. So there you go. That's all of that. So I'm going to stop the share with you guys for just a minute and come back to my face, because I want to talk to you about a project that I would love to get people involved with. So if you plan to continue taking basic design with me next quarter, Art 117 is Introduction to 3D Design. Three-dimensional design is working with three-dimensional things that are sculptural, that take up real space and real time, that work with real materials to do things. Some would call them sculptural, but other kinds of designs are architectural, building models, and that kind of thing. Well, I started this last spring with my Art 117 class, and now I've got some prototypes and some ideas and some patterns that I'm working with for a COVID mask that actually fits. So there's a whole bunch of refinements that I've made to this thing, and I would like to continue making more refinements to try to get this to look better and fit better, and to really get it to be able to perform in a lot of different kinds of areas. I'm trying to design a mask based on the Olsen style mask that a lot of people have been sewing, especially for healthcare workers and hospital workers, as a kind of a backup mask when we didn't have enough N95 masks. So this, is that basic mask design, and it still needs some refinement. It needs a little bit more shape refinement so that it fits just a little bit better. My concept is that I like the idea of the cloth mask. I like the idea of the two-layer cloth mask that has a pocket in the back of it so that you can put then a filter inside the mask. And so I've been working on this to try to refine this idea so that I can put a really nice filter inside the mask so that I can breathe through the mask and through the filter, because right now 80% of my breath goes around the outside edges of the mask. I have refined the ear loops and the ear loop technology, which is a really fancy way of saying, I just put shoestrings on the ear loops and I size this thing to my own face, and then I just tie these loops to the right size so that they hang right off of my ears so that I get a really good mask fit. I've got good mask fit on the sides. I've got great mask fit around my nose. I've got good mask fit down around my chin. This mask is big enough so that it doesn't press up against my lips so that I can actually speak clearly and my voice is not muffled by the mask. So this actually, I can make a list of 10 things that this mask does better than the regular run-of-the-mill nasty masks that most of us are wearing right now. And I do believe that we're going to continue wearing masks for the foreseeable future, not just until the end of this pandemic or not just until the spring comes, but I think through the summer and next fall when there might be a resurgence of the virus, and or if we're dealing with any other kinds of mutations of the virus or anything else, masks and mask wearing, I think, is going to become part of our culture, at least for the next couple of years. And so I think we need to be designing better masks that from a fashion standpoint, people want to wear because they go with their outfit, because it has a really good cut and fit to it so that it actually doesn't make your face look fat, so that it actually looks cool and looks good on your face. And so by doing certain kinds of things with fabric selection and the cut of the mask to really refine the cut of the mask, we can make this both a high performance mask in terms of filtration and a fashion statement that people would actually want to wear. So if anybody wants to join me in this quest, that would be great. I really need people who have a sewing machine and the ability to sew, because I will work with you on prototyping and developing the best possible pattern for this mask and the best possible filter insert for this mask. And then you guys can take this idea and run with it. And that would be fantastic. So if there's anybody who fancies themselves as a designer, especially as a fashion designer or someone who really likes sewing, please contact me. Please email me. Please let me know, because I'm going to go back to the screen share for just a minute to refresh you guys on this concept here. I want to do the Invent Oregon as kind of like your mentor, but you guys would be the actual students on the Invent Oregon team that would be heading up a mask concept. If anybody else wants to do any other project and you don't want to get on my team, but would like to do a project, I can mentor you on that, and you can do your own prototype project for the thing that you want to work on. But this thing, I could have anywhere from 2 to 10 people, on this project that I'm talking about. And so everybody could just kind of benefit from this and learn along the way about how to do an invention and how to take this invention to production if you want to, and maybe split some prize money along the way. So email me if you're interested and we can talk about that further. Okay, but I burned up 10 minutes of time, class time, just talking about that. So there's that. Okay. I've got everybody's attendance that's here right now. So welcome to the party. I'm going to go back to the the triad thing, I think, because that's what I was doing when you guys arrived today. So if I can get to the overhead cam, I was gluing down some of my major elements for my triad project, my second triad project. And then I've got some secondary elements to glue down now finally. So I still have to glue down my coconuts and my bird. Everything else is glued down here. So again, my triad that I've got for this design is a split complement. Orange, bright orange is one color, splitting over to blue, and then choosing the two adjacent colors next to blue, which is blue violet and blue green. Those became my split complement triad for this. And so I decided to do an image just to show you that we could do an image even if it was just done with shapes. And so, you know, I came up with some shapes and I started playing with them, and suddenly I came up with this seascape kind of a scene where I've got the setting sun in the background and the ocean kind of in the middle ground. And then I've got some trees on the beach and all of that kind of stuff. So just gonna glue down my last couple of items here. And because, let's see, I forgot how to do this. I guess I put one in about here, and I put one in over here. And so I've got my things, and I'm going to use a weight to hold them down with. I'm really recommending that you guys go outside and find some little pieces of brick that you can wash off so that you got some clean pieces of brick or stones or something, maybe big heavy nuts and bolts or something that is heavy that you can use as a weight to help glue stuff down on your projects. Because I'm finding that when I make these painted things on Bristol board, that the paint makes the Bristol board curl up. And so to glue it back down and get it to stick, gluing Bristol board onto Bristol board, it's just kind of nice to have something to be able to hold it down and weight it down so that it'll hold it until the glue dries, and then it's flat and it's well glued down, and that's fantastic. So now I can take these off of here, and this is the compositional space basically. So, you know, I've got my colors are making direct contact with each other. They're overlapping each other. By using green in a couple of different places in the composition, you know, I'm able to get some unity and harmony happening by this kind of circling the wagons of elements in the composition, and it creates a sense of eye movement in the composition that also helps to hold the compositional space together. My wing is kind of sticking up here, so I'm going to glue that back down again. So I'm going to change gears now and ask you guys, do you have any triad projects that you would like to share with the group? Is it possible that one of you got a triad project kind of done where you have an image that you can share, or the actual project that you can hold up or somehow reveal to your webcam? I'm not calling on people, so it's pretty much, if you're interested, please, you know, unmute your mic. I know that this is still something that's not due until tonight at midnight, so it's something you still might not be done with. Oh, Emily has unmuted her mic. Hello. I can't hear you. Your mic might not be working real good on your end.
You can't hear me at all?
Oh, now I can. There you are. So I'm gonna add you. No, I'm gonna replace your pin. This is fantastic. I'm gonna unpin myself so that you are. Look at you. You found some pictures of stuff. Okay. And oh no, did you paint this, or is it a combination of photographic stuff and stuff out of that stuff that you painted? What is that?
It's just from magazines.
Okay, so it's beans.
It's a pomegranate.
It's a pomegranate. Okay. For some reason, it's not wanting to focus very good on your thing, but I get it. I get the concept. So you've got blue and red and yellow. You've chosen the primary color triad. Congratulations. I love how things are overlapping with each other. I like how you've got some major areas of color, and then some of the other colors are more secondary and minor. I like the sense of balance in the composition and kind of some of the tension areas that are creating tension, especially top to bottom. The three things up in the top that are yellow, and then the thing down at the bottom that's kind of dripping out of the bottom. I love how those things kind of balance out each other in terms of size and shape, and yet they're different in color, so that adds a little bit of tension top to bottom. I also like how you do have a yellow thing happening in the bottom that also calls out to the yellow slices up at the top. That's really cool. Did you want to tell us anything about what you were thinking about or learned during this process?
Well, I did another one too, just kind of like I only had food magazines laying around.
Yay! Oh my gosh.
I really love the way all of the colors work together, and it just creates such a vibrant, like fresh look when you get all of the three colors together. They just complement each other. It looks so nice.
Yes. Now this is also simultaneous contrast. It's not quite as vibrant as doing it with a color complement pair, but it's also pretty bright colors together, which is good. I love all of those round slices because you've got a repetition of round form there. So that is awesome. You did really good.
Thank you.
I like that. Yay, fantastic. All right. So thanks for sharing, Emily. Yay, somebody got something in here which was really good. So I'm not gonna put, the heavy, nasty stink eye on the rest of you guys. If anybody else has something that's ready to share, you're welcome to share it and encouraged to. But if you don't, you'll get it done by midnight tonight and then upload it, please. We're gonna need everything photographed with your digital camera or your telephone, your phone, cell phone, and uploaded, to as an image to coursework to be able to get your 15 points for this project. So I'm not seeing any other microphones coming unmuted, so I don't feel like I've got any more sharing going on today. So I'm just going to come back to me, because who's it all about? It's all about me. Oh, okay. Got to remove her pin. Got to put my pin. Okay. So I think we're going to leave it at that today. And we're just going to remind you that, and I sent this out as an email to everybody this morning, that there's a midterm quiz today, and it is just going to be open for today only. So please, in addition to your Triad thing, I'd like you to do whatever review you need to do for the midterm quiz. I've got a midterm review sheet in coursework for you to read, and then open up the midterm quiz in coursework and do it there. By midnight tonight would be fantastic. And then I guess we're going to get together on Friday and start the next thing, because I have a whole brand new thing to do that's going to be a painting project, and it's going to take us a week, at least a week to 10 days to complete. And so I'm going to demonstrate that on Friday. So does anybody else have any questions or comments for the good of the order? And otherwise, I'm going to say goodbye for you guys for now. Nobody else has anything else. So I'm going to hit my end button and wish you a good middle of your week. I'll see you at the end of the week, and hopefully it's not going to be snowing or raining by Friday, but it possibly could be. So until Friday, have a good week, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.